In a world where stories shape how we see ourselves, films about trans youth offer more than representation, they offer truth, empathy, and courage. Today, we're counting down 10 powerful films that center trans kids and teens, each one a step forward in telling stories that matter. From fictional narratives to raw documentaries, these films capture the beauty, pain, and resilience of growing up trans. Let's begin. Little Girl is a French documentary that follows Sasha, a 7-year-old trans girl, as she and her family fight for recognition in a rural town. Directed with tenderness by Sebastian Lifshitz, it's a stunning, quiet film that lets Sasha's joy and pain speak for themselves. There's no narrator, only Sasha's life unfolding. We see dance classes, therapy sessions, and school battles. Little Girl is proof that trans kids know who they are, and that parents who listen can make all the difference. Charlie is a rising soccer star, but she carries a secret: she's a girl, not the boy everyone believes. Just Charlie is a moving British drama about a teen's coming out and the reactions of her family and team. It's heart-wrenching but full of hope. The story shows that trans kids aren't confused, they're courageous. And while the world may resist change, love often wins. With standout performances and an empathetic script, Just Charlie is one of the most affirming films about trans youth in sports. In Celine Sciamma's Tomboy, we meet 10-year-old Laure, who moves to a new neighborhood and introduces themselves as Michael. Over one summer, Michael explores gender identity with joy, fear, and honesty. Set against the backdrop of childhood innocence, Tomboy is a quiet, intimate portrait of self-discovery. The film doesn't sensationalize, it listens. With a gentle hand, Sciamma allows us into Michael's world, where playtime and identity collide. It's a must-watch for its authenticity, nuance, and compassion. Becoming More Visible is a documentary that spotlights 4 trans teens from different racial, economic, and religious backgrounds in New York City. Their stories are raw, unfiltered, and deeply human. Each youth faces different challenges: homelessness, coming out, medical transition, but their strength shines through. The film doesn't offer easy solutions. Instead, it offers truth, resilience, and hope. It's a vital watch for anyone who wants to understand what it means to grow up trans in America. Long before gender identity was part of mainstream conversation, Mauvi Rose told the story of Ludovic, a young trans girl who believes she was meant to be born a girl. Set in suburban Belgium, this bold film examines how family and society react when a child lives her truth. Ludovic's story is whimsical yet heartbreaking: imaginary weddings, Barbie dolls, and innocence clash with prejudice and pressure. Nearly 3 decades later, it remains one of the most important and daring depictions of a trans child on screen. What happens when a preschool-aged boy starts showing a preference for fairy tales and dresses? A kid like Jake explores this question through the eyes of his loving but confused parents. Starring Claire Danes and Jim Parsons, the film isn't about transition, it's about how adults react to a child's difference. It's gentle, human, and frustrating at times, just like parenting. The story challenges us to think about how we define gender, especially for the very young. When Coy, a 6-year-old trans girl from Colorado, is banned from using the girls' bathroom, her family sues the school. Growing Up Coy is more than a legal drama, it's a portrait of what it means to advocate for your child in a system that doesn't understand. Through home videos, interviews, and court footage, we witness how public scrutiny affects a private family. The film is as much about love as it is about justice, and it's essential viewing for anyone interested in trans rights. In Something Must Break, we follow Sebastian, a gender non-conforming teen in Sweden, who falls into a chaotic romance that pushes them toward transformation. The film is gritty and emotional, full of quiet pain and messy longing. It's not a feel-good movie, but it's real. Sebastian's journey is unfiltered and raw, touching on gender identity, isolation, and desire. For viewers looking to understand the inner turbulence of a young person seeking self, this is a powerful, unforgettable film. Princess Sid tells the story of a teen girl visiting her aunt one summer, exploring love, literature, and self-expression. While Sid isn't trans, she falls for a genderqueer barista, bringing questions of gender and attraction to the surface. The film is subtle and tender, allowing identity to unfold organically. It's a reminder that stories about gender don't always have to be loud to be powerful. Princess Sid gives space for fluidity, curiosity, and connection, all of which matter deeply for trans and queer youth. Lupe follows the journey of a Cuban immigrant searching for her missing sister in New York. While the central story is about an adult woman, Lupe's past, her experiences growing up in a rigid, gendered world, echoes the silent struggles of trans youth. This film is raw, emotional, and beautifully shot. It blends identity, memory, and culture in a way that feels fresh and necessary. Lupe reminds us that every trans adult was once a child, navigating a world not built for them. These stories matter because trans kids matter. Whether through documentaries or fiction, each film brings us closer to understanding the diverse, complex lives of trans youth. If these films moved you, share them. Talk about them. Support the storytellers. Because visibility is more than a buzzword, it's a lifeline. Which of these stories stayed with you? Let us know in the comments. Big news for the trans and queer community. We're proud to introduce Crozify.com, a safe, welcoming network where trans and queer people can connect, make friends, and maybe even find a life partner. Whether you're looking for meaningful friendships, supportive connections, or something romantic, Crozify is built with you in mind. No judgment. No shame. Just real people who understand and see you. With identity-first profiles, smart matching, and a kind, moderated space, Crozify isn't just another app, it's a community. So come as you are. Find your people. Find your place. Join us today at Crozify.com, where trans and queer connections thrive.